Guys, yeah, guys, we are back. Guys, we're back. Oh, guys, I'm excited for this one. Super excited. Well, halfway kind of. I don't know. Hold on. Before I start rambling, shout out to all the subs. You already know, guys. Always shout out to all the subs. All the subs watching, the ones not watching, doesn't matter. Just the fact that you guys actually subscribed, I love you guys. But that doesn't mean subscribe. If you just stumbled onto this video, you don't even have to subscribe. Don't worry about it, guys. Still shout out to you. It's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not here to get subscribers. We're here to just have fun and just listen to music and just let's just vibe out. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, I'm excited about. Well, here's the thing. I'm excited to see this. I'm kind of not, just because I know the deal behind it. So like, if you guys have been watching any of my Queen reaction videos on this channel, I keep kind of repeating myself, but just in case you or watch me do this for the first time, I grew up listening to Queen. It's the first band I could ever remember hearing in my life. It's the first music I remember hearing. So I've heard Queen growing up all the time. But I never really saw most of their videos. So this will be my first time seeing this video. But I do know the story behind this video. I did just watch recently a video of Brian May breaking down like all like the most iconic Queen videos, and obviously I know this song was like one of their very, the last things ever. This is from the last thing they did. So, but hearing Brian May talk about it and how like he was like Freddie was just in all kinds of pain and stuff, and he was like really 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 bad by the point that they did this video. Like, I know this is gonna be kind of sad, so you know what I'm saying. So like I'm halfway excited, halfway not. You know what I mean? But hey, it's Queen, right? And the great Freddie Mercury. Rest in peace, Freddie Mercury, man. And so that's really it, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Shout out to the subs, of course. Shout out to all the Queen fans. Shout out to all the classic rock fans. You guys know how much I love Queen. You know how much I love classic rock. We're gonna do more classic rock on this channel. We haven't really done enough, like at all. So I mean, I said it in the other video. We got to do some Zeppelin, because Zeppelin to me is my favorite band. Actually, too. Speaking of favorite bands, too. Big shout out to Sherry Heim. Big shout out to she said Sherry Heim left a comment saying that because in one of the videos I was talking about, like, to me, I was like, okay, if I had to pick, if someone said like, hey, you have to pick who is the top 5 bands of like classic rock bands of all time, to me I was like, and this is not in order, but this is just the bands I thought of. I was like, okay, Beatles, Zeppelin, Eagles, Stones, and Queen. Right? But it's hard though, because there's so many bands. But she goes, yeah, but what about the Who? I'm like, oh man, good point. But then she goes, what about Beach Boys? Oh, you didn't have to go there, Sherry. You didn't have to go there. Because I mean, Don't Worry Baby is one of my favorite records of all time. That recording is it's such a beautiful recording. I mean, they have obviously they have a million great songs and everything, but in particular, Don't Worry Baby to me is not just their best record. I think it's one of the prettiest, most beautiful records I ever heard. Like, it's so, when he gets to that chorus and and with those harmonies, it's so beautiful. But then she goes, yeah, but what about Chicago? Guys, I mean, If You Leave Me Now is one of the all-time great songs, and it's also one of the best songs to do when if you're at a karaoke. If you ever go to karaoke night and you just break out with If You Leave Me Now, it's over. It's over. You know what I mean, guys? So it's like hard to say I'm sorry, you know? And actually, when I was in high school, I used to play in the high school jazz band, and we used to play 25 or 6 to 4, and I used to man, when I was like 14 years old doing that, that was like the coolest thing. So it's like that, but then hold up, because then she went, and actually not even just her, also big shout out to Sophie Bernard. Both of them also said, but what about Pink Floyd? I know, and it's like, I know, because here's the thing. Dark Side of the Moon to me is in the top 5 greatest albums ever made, ever. I can't even, man, you know how many times in my life I've heard Dark Side of the Moon? For the first time I heard it since I was 13 until now, I've heard it so many times. I will never get tired of it. And I know it's like their biggest one, and I know a lot of the real hardcore Pink Floyd fans are kind of like on it, like they're like, because again, I couldn't agree that maybe Animals is the better album. Maybe Animals is their best album. But I love Dark Side of the Moon though. I do, but I'm not. Animals is amazing, of course. I mean, of course. Also, of course, Wish You Were Here. That whole album, of course. I mean, all Obscured by Clouds. Of course, you could go Gum. Of course, the whole Live at Pompeii. Oh my gosh, guys, we should actually react to Live at Pompeii. I've watched it before, but I mean, we should watch it on here. I'm kind of rambling, guys. We're supposed to be watching Queen right now. I'm just rambling about classic rock. My point is, my real whole point is. Big shout out to Sherry Heim. Big shout out to Sophie Bernard, who they both brought up some good points. And also though, but you know who else too? I think, who debatably could be up there. Maybe you could debate him not just because of longevity and maybe like overall. But I don't know. What about CCR, guys? Ooh, guys, I'm a huge Creedence fan. I mean, I love Creedence. Like. Man, and like I know they weren't together for too long. They were only together for like 4 years. Which, first of all, they have longevity against them, but at the same time, to do all that in 4 years is kind of insane. The number of classic songs that CCR has, I mean, which is like every single one. Like we got to do some CCR on this channel too. Although I won't say it won't be me reacting for the first time. I love CCR so much. I think they could be debatably one of the best bands ever too. You know what I mean? I don't know. Their version of Midnight Special. Insane. Anyway, guys, I'm all over the place. But yeah, let's my point is let's just get into this, guys. Queen, wherever you place them, however you rank them, they're definitely one of the greatest bands of all time. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Like, it is hard to rank, right? It is really hard, like when you try to start ranking bands and like, oh, how do you come up with the top 5? It is very tough. So I can't be mad at anybody who's saying like, you know what I mean? It's Sherry. I get it. I get it. I get it. I love Chicago too. I get it. It is hard. I don't know. And then we didn't even get into, because there's so many other. I mean, I don't know maybe if they're a top ever, but I was always a big ZZ Top fan. What about AC/DC though? Whoo! But what about AC/DC? What about Van Halen though, guys? You know what I mean? It starts getting tough. Now it's like, damn, what about, you know what I mean? Even I know a lot of people who would say the Doors. Personally, I wouldn't put the Doors up there, but I know a lot of people who would say, but what about the Doors? You know what I mean? I know some people who would even put the Doors in there as their number 1. You know, so I don't know. It's kind of tough. I don't know. What about Faces? I always thought Faces was underrated, but then again, I'm a big Rod Stewart fan. So I don't know, guys. I'm all over the place. We're gonna come back. We have to do a classic rock marathon on this channel because like I haven't been doing any classic rock on here really. I think Queen is the only classic rock I've really done on here. But guys, I mean, I love classic rock. Like that was like blues and classic rock is the first music I ever fell in love with in my life. You know what I mean? So we definitely got it. Anyways, guys, let's get into this. These are the days of our lives. Ooh, I know it's gonna be sad, but it's all right. Oh, you know what? It would help if I turned on these speakers, wouldn't it? My bad. I literally just got home. I just turned on the computer. I probably should have turned on the speakers first. Okay.
Sometimes I get to feeling I was back in the old days, long ago. When we were kids, when we were young, things seemed so perfect, you know.
Wow.
The days were endless, we were crazy, we were young. The sun was always shining, we just lived for fun.
Wow, seen him?
Sometimes it seems like lately, I just don't know. Rest of my life's been just a show.
Just because of what I heard Brian say in that video about how bad Freddie was. You can't tell. I mean, you can tell physically he's so skinny and already so. But look, he's so. Wow. Even like in his eyes, like he's doing like his facial expressions. Wow.
And I find I still love you. You can't turn back the clock. You can't turn You know what today?
I've heard this song a bunch of times. It hits different with the video.
And enjoy it through your kids.
Wow.
Sometimes it seems like lately, I just don't know. Better sit back and go with the flow. 'Cause these are the days of our lives that float in the swiftness of time. These days are all gone now, but some
Wow.
things remain.
Wow, guys.
When I look and I find no change.
Also, I love Roger's shirt. Actually, Freddie has the cat vest on, which is kind of crazy too.
Those were the days of our lives. Yeah. Bad things in life were so few. Those days are all gone now, but one thing's still true. When I look and I find I still love you.
Oh
I still
no!
love you.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, 20 things to say. Oh my gosh. First of all, wow, at the end, I mean, he was really just really talking to the audience. I still love you. Wow. Also, side note, guys, but how annoyed are you that now that YouTube has the thing? Because that thing where those three things come up at the option, that's an that end screen thing. That's an option that you can add to your videos if you want to. So everybody does it now because it's supposed to boost engagement. It's supposed to get you to click on other links. But now all it does is just obscure the end of videos. Have you guys noticed that? It's so annoying. I hate that. Wow, that was really... I don't even know what to say. Like... If you guys have seen my channel too, or if you just saw the beginning of this video, I never shut up. Right now I'm kind of speechless. That was kind of... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Rest in peace to the great Freddie Mercury, man. Wow. 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 Damn. Like, that was a lot right now, guys. That was... Just because like Brian said that by that point he was like really bad. He was just like in constant pain and that it was like hard for him to do the video, but you wouldn't even have known for a second watching that. Like, wow, a true performer to the end. The show must go on, right? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, shout out to all the subs. My bad, guys. I'm all like, I'm literally just like sitting here like all amazed. I'm literally dazed and confused for so long. It's not true. Guys, that was amazing. Wow. Like, it's just, I mean, obvious. It's super obvious. But I mean, it's just because it's just so powerful, right? It's just so much more than just the music. It's really just encompassing life and everything. And just, wow. Just, what else did I say, man? Rest in peace to the great Freddie Mercury. And damn, guys, shout out to all the subs, man. Shout out to all the Queen fans, all the classic rock fans. We'll be back with some more. Guys. My real channel, my music, if you want to check it out, guys, in the description. And yeah, we'll definitely be back with some more Queen. And we need some Zeppelin too, because Zeppelin actually is my favorite band. So even though I've heard all their stuff, we still need to do some Zeppelin on this channel. So we'll be back with some Zeppelin too, guys. Some Queen. We'll be back with everything, guys.